and still get more. They be bored by the rest. Had to put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance. But I dance in the rain and the thunder, the drums. So I'll keep going hard, I won't stop till I'm done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be back at the top. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Off the puff, I'm blow the house down. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Off the puff, I'm blow the house down. Yeah, yeah, we blow the house down. Yeah, yeah, we blow the house down. Big moves will shake the ground. All the greats who came before us, we about to make them proud. We've got to make this count. Take the ball and raise it now. Make noise so crazy loud. It's all moment, let me hear you shout. Don't give up, we can turn it round. We got the fire, we burn it down. Then we'll pop champagne at the back of the club. Then we're back with a sweat, tears back with a blood. How to get it out of mud, kinda like Predator. Get to the chopper, pockets getting fatter, so she call me Big Mama. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Puff and blow the house down. Raw, 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 raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, jump, knock, knock, let me in. Puff and blow the house down. Raw energy.
Everything is twofold. What's joy is pain on the other hand. And what happens when the one that you love is the main cause of your suffering? I need you like I need air to breathe. I need you to save me from me. I'm caught in your wave, I'm drifting away. I need you to save me. Please don't let me drown. 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 Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in, and I don't wanna die. But your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. Like I'm drowning with all of this darkness surrounding. You need me like you need air to breathe. You want me to save you from me. I know that you're trapped inside this wave. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna save you from me? I can't see you drown. 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 Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in, and I don't wanna die. But your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. It's a toxic addiction. You're a guilty affliction. Yeah. I can't breathe. I need to get some air, but it's a toxic addiction. You're a guilty affliction. Yeah. You can't breathe and you just need some air. Yeah. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're catastrophe.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline pumping through my veins, can't relax. Original, I am not the same as these cats. I sting them if they never ever mind and they beeswax. I don't ever cap, but I'm wearing like 3 hats. Never been a rat, but I know where the cheese at. You'll never get a trophy cause they all here where we at. You better believe that. When it's all said and done, I'll still be here standing. Never took a loss and it ain't something that I'm planning. I dare you to say something, my focus is A1. Every dog has his day, it's been mine since day one. This is real grinding, I'm still climbing. While you still trying, I'm still shining. It's real blinding, and I'm getting hotter too. Talking top 2, I'm not a 2. You let the pressure bother you when I do what I gotta do. Let's go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
They ain't coming close to me. Flow is on atomic, I'm starting fires through poetry. The hardest out, staying loyal, no falling out. And if you step into the court, be ready, we balling out. Yeah, the coldest of teens, they know what we bring, don't try us. They know in between, we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym, this is target and practice. Yeah.
And I'm just getting started, getting my feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret.
All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect, collecting every debt.
I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard.
From the club with a baddie or 2. She was looking in my eyes cause she wanna be my boo, be my boo, be my boo. Call me tripping in the stew. If they tryna get her back, then they might've got the loot. Cops all the bands, now I'm about to buy a chain. If the Cubans talking to me, I might get up on my lane. Just in black while we spinning so we never feel the shame. Gotta light up when we do it so we don't gotta feel the pain.
I was trying to tell you about that real shit, boy. You been steady capping on that fake shit, toy. I was trying to tell you about that real shit, boy. Real shit, boy. Real shit, toy.
Been around, burn out, flow it to the penthouse. Shotty's going crazy, then they quiet like a church mouse. Land up with the customs and we never get to get it out. Match it when the engine so we see what it's about. Always wanna talk, but you never want the smoke. And you flashing all the guns on your live, you a joke. Posting up with bodies when you never ever broke. I'll be pressed to find a shooter who be lacking in the soul.
I was trying to tell you about that real shit, boy. You been steady capping on that fake shit, toy. I was trying to tell you about that real shit, boy. Real shit, boy. Real shit, toy.
Shit, boy.
Fumble a bag, now I when I fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I when I fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.
want is right here. We gon' give them what they came for. We gon' take it up from last year. Shoot 'em my shot, boy, I'm long range. Me and the team on the same thing. Stayed down, never switched up. Only thing changed was the game. I'm in the zone now. Nothing can change what we on now. When I pull up, know it's going down. Foot on the gas, ain't no slowing down. Aiming for greatness, no settling. Kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Taking no L's, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. Who running the game now? Foot on the gas, can slow down. No, my team, we holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change, yeah. Tell them that's like, yeah, it's LIV. I'm taking a shot for my enemies. I can't waste no more time on my energy. I know they know I got it on lock. Go against me, that's a long shot. Cause I'm counting wins all around the clock. Never doubt me, boy, I don't stop. Who do you feel when they make you the monster? I am not scared of none of you imposters. Taking the lead now while they watching. Think you should leave now while the option. Taking no L's, yeah, I gotta win. Watch me kick down the doors, they won't let me in. We're running the game now. Foot on the gas, can slow down, no. We holding it down. We know we running it now. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Watch the game change. Yeah.
You look into your inventory and there's only... It's time to forget about this garbage. Here you will find everything to play with really cool skins. Open top cases. Upgrade dropped skins and turn your junk into a cool gun using the contract system. Every day, thousands of people upgrade their inventory with us. Hellcase.com. Look at yourself in a new way.
Welcome back. So what is the last group game for Hellcup number 9? The playoffs will be getting underway after we figure out who makes it through out of 500 and Soda. We've got a bit of a weird final group, of course, due to Mouse and NXT forfeiting both their games, Matt, but we've got ourselves here into this position, and it's actually a great opportunity for Soda.
Yeah, it is actually. They've been kind of gifted a lifeline not having to play against Mouse NXT and just been given this berth straight into, well, I say straight into the decider match. They did lose their game yesterday, but let's see what they can do against 500. You mentioned that 500 are looking fairly frail at the moment, so there's a chance we see an upset here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that Execution Academy, Soda, as of course as they're called on HLTV, Yeah, I really think there's a chance they can do something here. 500 form has not been great. As you can see, that 2-0 versus Mouse NXT was not an actual game played. It was a forfeit from Mouse NXT. They were playing, I think, 4 best-of-3s before their forfeit against EXG in the opening game. So they pulled out of that one. I'm not actually certain on the reason for the pulling out of this one, but yeah, I think either way, it gives a great opportunity to the likes of Execution Academy or 500. And one win, as you can see, we saw them yesterday. They actually looked very decent, did one win. And that Latic ace on Ancient will be one that I'll be remembering for quite a while, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially on their T side, wow.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, one put up very good numbers. They've already qualified. As you can see, they've joined that next stage of the competition, the playoffs. Of course, there's 8 teams that have been invited. We've had all our teams from the other groups, namely Arkred, Encilio, Bratislajki Luz, we'll just go with that, VP Prodigy, Endpoints, Alternate, Attacks, and then 1 win plus whoever wins this game. Trav, 1 more spot in the playoffs up for grabs. It's going to be a close game. It really is. You kind of said that you thought 500 would lose to Mouse NXT, so they've also kind of got a lifeline with that game being forfeited.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, let's have a look at the 500 roster now, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always loved casting this team. I think we actually probably been, hand in hand on that one. We share the same opinion because these guys were fantastic in Tier 2 back in the day when the core was Skade, of course. They're just not what they once were, though, and it's pretty sad to see. Bringing Rainwaker back, of course, after his failed Liquid stint made a lot of sense. And of course, I've enjoyed watching Dennis Law and Ships, who, by the way, Ships is still only 23. He feels like he's been around for yonks.
That's insane. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I know, right? They've been around for a very, very long time, and I've enjoyed watching them for a very, very long time. And Ships in particular, Ships is always a bit of a naughty boy, right? He can go for knives in many, many occasions when it doesn't seem like it's necessary or needed. But it's great to watch either way. And something that should be mentioned, exactly. And something that I think I should be mentioned very quickly. Yesterday they played with Caliber, right? Caliber. They were actually meant to play with Oxygen first. At least that's what I saw on HLTV. It said Oxygen standing in for Red Star. In the end, Oxygen couldn't stand in for Red Star, so Caliber did instead. But today, Oxygen's available, so Oxygen will be standing in for Red Star for this match.
All right. Well, I'm a fan of his. Also, another name that's really important to highlight is Rainwaker, of course. Probably the most stable rifler Bulgaria's ever produced. He is just such a solid prospect. Of course, he had his stint in Liquid, went across the pond there, played some games in North America. Didn't really work out the way that he would have liked, and now he finds himself back with his Bulgarian teammates. Of course, there would be some history in Skade as well. Oxygen would have played with the likes of Denislav, Ships, and Rainwaker as well. So there's a hell of a lot of familiarity here. In fact, Groshog is the only piece that's different from that famous Skade roster that did so well in 2021, 22 kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was those 2 years, wasn't it? I mean, I think both of us have casted their Overpass. I'm not sure if we're going to see it today. We shall see. But they had like an 18-match win streak on Overpass back in the day.
Pretty good.
It's not what it used to be, sadly. But there we go. Grassing, of course, was coaching for a bit and has come back to the server, to IGL. Yeah. So to see how that goes long term. Let's have a look at their opponents, of course. Soda, otherwise known as ex-Gucci Academy. They do have those 2 ex-Gucci Academy players in Too High and Shady, and both of them played very well yesterday in the game we saw against One Win. Lunatic, of course, is the IGL. He's got a lot of experience. He has been the IGL, at least in the past. Of course, he's 30 now, been on teams like Pact, Honoris, Anonymo. Snatchy, of course, most recently in Entropic, that international project. Didn't really work out too great for him. And Nesty, of course, is currently benched on Game Legion Academy. So this is just really a mix that came through the open qualifiers with a great chance to make playoffs.
I'd say they've got a pretty high ceiling in terms of their firepower. Snatchy looked good yesterday. Too High had some solid moments. Nesty, particularly on the first map yesterday as well, looked pretty damn solid. That was against One Win on, Anubis was the first map. Nesty hit some really clean shots there. I remember him on that T side entering the A bomb site, looked really good. Lunatic had a tough game individually yesterday against One Win. He got 15 kills across both maps. It's pretty much the same point that casters come back to when covering a game of Lunatic. He's got the mind, he's a good leader, good IGL, but it's just that individual level which can be costly for his team.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll have to see how they perform today on these maps. The Veto is ready to have a quick glance at. And, well, we already touched on 500's Overpass and the Bulgarian Overpass in general over the history of their roster and the history of their players. It is the one map that they do seem to still have in their wheelhouse. Unfortunately, their form is not great elsewhere. I mean, we're looking at it yesterday, of course. I'm just giving it another glance now. With that loss to 1-win, they have lost 5 best-of-3s in a row, and some of them are to, like, Zero Tenacity, Team Secret, that Portuguese mixed team of Ismaga B as well, which is just not really a roster you should be losing to if you're 500.
No.
So they have Overpass, sure, but 500 smartly pick into one of their weaknesses of Nuke.
Not 500. Soda.
Sorry, Soda.
That's
Soda
okay.
pick into their weakness
You
of
caught
Nuke,
me.
sorry.
It's just because of the logos in the middle there.
Yes,
Sometimes they
I
throw
know.
us off, but
Yeah,
that's the
sorry.
sides being picked. No, don't be all good. That's why we're here as a duo, looking out for each other. Ancient, that third and final map, if we do go the distance, which I feel like has actually been a good map for 500 for a while as well, for a very long time. Actually, it's been in their wheelhouse, I'd say. Even through their dips and their peaks in form. I'm quite surprised this 500 team don't play Vertigo. I feel like they've got the pieces for a solid Vertigo, especially between Ships and Denislav. I thought between the two of them, they'd be able to put up a pretty good duo. Either way, it is their permaban. Nuke, yeah, we don't really know much about Nuke here at all for Soda. So I guess it's a bit of a Pandora's box. We do know 500 struggle on the map, though.
Yeah, which is basically like, that's why I kind of ignored trying to figure out how Soda would be or how they've looked, because there is no stats for them on this map, purely because, as you say, it's an open qualifier mix that's come through and have no experience together as a group. And honestly, I would doubt that they're probably going to go for it will continue to team with this 5 full time, right? It's just a doubt I have, but let's see. You never know. But either way, as you say, they do smartly pick into the weakest map for 500. They've played 6 on it, have 500. They've only won 1. They've lost 13-6 to Zero Tenacity, 13-10 to both NIP's main team and their academy team, 16-12 to Zero Tenacity for a second time, and 13-4 versus Sashi. Their only win came versus Sangal, 13-6, about a month ago. So, yeah, I mean, if there was ever a map that Soda were probably have a chance of winning and taking us to that Ancient, it would be Nuke for me.
At least the losses that they've suffered on the map have been fairly close. So
yeah,
that's something perhaps they can take away from it here for 500. You know that they've got strong individuals and they made 1-win work, really hard for that victory. My problem with 500 is they've won 2 maps in their past 5 best-of-3s. That is a really big problem. So they've lost 10 maps and just won 2 in that period. So, yeah, form is difficult to come by. Of course, Red Star is the player they have on the books. And he did play a number of those best-of-3s for them as well. So I guess there's a change going on at the moment, trying to remedy their problems.
I don't actually know, and of course this is a terrible source, so I'm just gonna put that out there. This is just a random comment I saw on Twitter, but apparently Red Star is on vacation. That's all I know. That's all I know. It could be wrong. He
did play the 4 best-of-3s before the loss to 1-win, and he didn't perform very well in any of them. So maybe a vacation is well needed for him. We know how damn good Red Star is. Yes. I've actually always said, I know earlier I said Rainwaker is the most stable rifler. I have actually always thought Red Star is the best Bulgarian player of all time. So I think when it comes to his individual level, he's just a ridiculously good player. Problem is just consistency. Yeah, so you say best Bulgarian player of all time. You mean best Bulgarian rifler? Because surely you're not putting him above Cirque. Like
Poison.
Current Cirque, even the current Cirque's getting a bit back on form again recently. But like,
yeah, okay.
Old Cirque, surely he's not better than Old Cirque.
The thing is, Old Cirque has proven it. I think Red Star has a higher ceiling than even Old Cirque. Okay, seriously, really? Yeah. Probably a better way to phrase it. Probably a better way to phrase it is saying I think he has a higher ceiling because Cirque's got the trophies. He's done it before. He's proven it. But I don't think we'll ever see it from Red Star. I think if we were going to, we would have by now. I just think he is that one guy who's just like so damn good. Unfortunately, we never really saw it translate into the server as well as we could have. Yeah, and obviously, as well, don't forget there was that famous game versus Copenhagen Flames in the IEM full RMR, right, where they lost. Let me just check it. I had it up just a split second ago. They lost 19-16, 28-25, and that was the match that would have qualified in the RMR, that would have qualified Fiend, as it was then, of course, to the major. And what that could have done to the Bulgarian players' careers and changed that trajectory for them. I mean, they haven't really been on the map since, WESG 2018 when they won that that massive Ships
event,
MVP.
that 500. $500,000 prize pool under Wendigo or whatever it was. So.
Yeah, Ships was the MVP for that. Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. All right, well, do we have a head-to-head here, a little comparison? I'm not sure if we do. Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Lovely.
Rainwaker and Nesty. Of course, take Nesty's stats with a pinch of salt. We don't have as much of a sample size to go off of, but we did see him in the server yesterday, and I liked what I saw from him.
Yeah, and obviously Rainwaker's stats as well kind of leans toward what you were saying about him being incredibly consistent, and that's what was really sad about his pickup for Liquid, because lots and lots of people questioned that signing to Liquid even before he'd even clicked a mouse, right? Like it really did seem like he was sort of set up to fail in a way, which is sad because we know what he could do at this level, and sadly in the end it did seem to pan out that he just couldn't make that step up to the S tier, which is a shame because he was always one of those tier 2 players that we both really enjoyed watching and knew could be a great clutch player, knew could be a great fragger. But yeah, I think it seems like sadly this level is probably his best.
Yeah, it is rough. I mean, we've seen it happen a number of times with players where they've ventured off into the wilderness. They've tried to make it work with an international team or in a tier 1 team from their region. Hasn't really worked out, and then they've gone back to where they were before. I mean, we saw it with Lucky under Australia, same as Altex before he went back to the academy team. I know that this isn't an academy team, but it is something similar where you go from a lower level and then you go to a higher team and then end up going back to the level you were at before. Of course, you'd have a lot more experience, even just life experience, right? Having had that part of his career, having experienced what he did in the Liquid camp. Either way, we are into the game here. The last match of the group stage, Group D. The deciding match is underway. 500 versus ex-Gucci Academy, or better known as Soda. Let's pop into this one.
As I said to Veerless yesterday, who knows how many more overpasses we'll have to enjoy between the two of us. So let's treasure it, at least for now.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm going to
sure
drink
500
this
will do exactly the same. There's this little setup in Con for Soda. Rainwaker is holding in the default at the moment. I was tempted to go and push for that, and he is wary of the possibility of Rainwaker being there. And they could just burst through Con door, and Rainwaker will hear that, of course. Now, there's a couple of players in position, and now he'll spot some of them out. So, information for 500 that they're going to have at least 2 or 3 players on B, so they're going to rush up towards Snatchy.
Yeah, Snatchy's got support though that's coming through at a rate of knots. The problem is they're going to meet the T's on the bomb site itself, so they're not going to actually be able to set up the defense. Now they've been forced out of the bomb site entirely. Bomb's going to come through. They're going to have to retake ships. He wants to get aggressive off the back of the flash. You always know you're going to find this guy in the front lines, not afraid of a duel. That's shot out of Shady. Okay, retake ignited all of a sudden. 2 quick kills coming through for the CT side. Oxygen is on the front lines. He's been dispatched off. Danny's also on the bomb site right now, doing some damage. Finally, a kill comes back for 500, but Rainmaker's going to have to clutch here in towards the bathrooms right now. He's wondering, how have I ended up as the last player alive? There's even a kitch up for Lunatic as well, so this is going to be so difficult and now impossible.
Really nice shot from Too High there to finish it off, and it's not just the one he gets in that round, he gets a quad kill. That was really lovely from him, and that's a great sign, especially on 500's map pick as well. Lunatic with that all-important kit, let them take their time, let them fake it once or twice, rather than have to have one player commit to a hold. Look at that, because of the 4 kills that have come through. For Too High, he's got so much cash. We have a second round AWP for Snatchy. And this makes sense, right? With the T-side plant coming in for 500. The AWP will be very impactful now. Against the Glocks, it can be risky.
Absolutely. It can be a bit of a liability in those situations, but because they're playing against the Force here, Snatchy's going to be happy to have the sniper, but he's on the wrong side of the map right now. Great burst coming in towards this B. Bomb side Oxygen. Again, it's 2 opening kills coming through for the T side, but there's a lot of damage that's been done in return, although it doesn't look like that damage has been realized. Yep, they're going to call it a day. And that AWP doesn't see any action. It doesn't get to taste blood, Trav. 500 keep it very simple and very direct.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually must be so frustrating for Soda, that the fact that they've got that AWP out thanks to Too High's heroics. And they've done so much damage to Grasshog and Oxygen. And they'll probably know that too, considering we saw Lunatic's POV. So much damage with the SMG, just couldn't commit to the kill or Couldn't complete the kill, sorry. Yeah. 500 will be delighted to be hitting back instantly there, because especially when that AWP is in play early on CT side, it's the sort of thing that can spiral for a T-side on Overpass, and you could find yourself 5-0, 6-0 behind very quickly. But even though Soda, of course, are going to keep hold of that, 500 have a chance to stay in touch early on. And once again, this purchase, they're going to have the Lils and the Mac 10. I wonder if they're going to go for something speedy again. And one question I do have is I don't think they'll actually know the AWP is in play, because it actually didn't shoot once,
true.
right? So
that's actually a really good point. He's going to be a key player here in the round. Yeah, 500 lost the pistol, but they win the force buy straight afterwards. Ships, though, going to go down. Raidmaker looking to trade will suffer the same fate. Oh, and Danny can't do anything about it. So, welcome to the round, 500. Already down in the 3 versus 5. And I mean, that was just a bit careless from Ships. Charging by himself right there. No support at all, no flash.
yeah.
Footsteps definitely would have been heard. That's what you get with him, though. Very aggressive kind of player. Denny finds a frag back, but he's taking damage in the process. Oh man, this round is in the balance. Even though the CTs have a man advantage, still going to be some pressure mounting on this B bomb site.
Grasshog in position. Ooh, there's SMGs and a FAMAS. Heard, perhaps. They know there's at least one in water. And of course, snatching toward heaven. Now they'll know an AWP is in play. Oxygen now has a lot on his plate. Nice movement to take 2 high, but 30 seconds. Oh, actually, if he agresses onto Snatchy here. Oh, I thought he might have done. I thought if he really goes hard and fast into Snatchy's position, he could possibly get the kill and go up toward A. But it might not matter. Oh my goodness, to hop across the angle. And now, of course, it's a 1 versus 1. Snatchy with the AWP is going to hold in a standoff against Oxygen. Oxygen seen him and taken him. That's what we want to see from Oxygen. Fast, snappy headshots and a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, that's a really good clutch coming through from him. The way that he slinks in and out of the smoke grenade, the fake plants to draw the players out, the really good awareness from him as well. Do you know who he killed short there? The second to last frag that he gets? I'm not sure who it is. It's actually irrelevant. But I'm just wondering with that player, where was he looking? Because it looked like he was trying to clear underneath heaven. And he didn't actually have to even push as far forward as he does there. Because he gets caught looking the wrong way. That's why Oxygen gets the kill for free. I think that player just gets a little bit ahead of himself, actually. That's a 3 versus 5 the CTs have just lost, Travis.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll find that the information on that player for you in a moment, once the delay catches up, of course. But it's a full eco now for EXG. Soda without the AWP, taken down in the 1 versus 1 by Oxygen. Transferred over to Denny. That is just always a beautiful thing to have, isn't it, when you get the AWP for free?
Oh, you love that. And Snatchy didn't even get a single kill with it either. He had it for 2 whole rounds. He didn't get a frag, unfortunately. Now it's a full eco for the CTs. Yeah, I think Ted would be better qualified to talk on the subject, but I feel like 500 have always struggled for, the Bulgarian scene in general. Not just 500, have always kind of struggled for IGLs.
Yeah, I mean,
you've had, obviously, Bubble is the veteran, the most spoken of name.
Yeah, true, for sure. Unfortunately, he's getting on a bit these days, isn't he? Probably not much chance for him anymore. It was Nesty on short, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, it was? Alright, well,
yeah.
There we go. Well, he got ahead of himself.
Just found it.
Just trying to think back to some of the other IGLs. There was also, of course, Bellum is another well-known name. Another IGL from the region. Can you think of any more? Because those are actually the main 2 that I have in my mind. It's kind of peculiar for a region that have had so many really good players. Just kind of feels like there's been a lack of IGLs that have come through from Bulgaria.
Yeah. I mean, I can think of a lot of players, but I can't necessarily think of IGL. I mean, does Spidey count? But he's like really OG, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely one of the players who would, come through from the region and be regarded as one of the best IGLs they've ever produced. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can think of lots of players. Like, there's Patrick, if you remember, was on the
Of course.
original 500. Of course, as we know that we had Caliber standing in yesterday,
Yeah.
and he played with Duplicate a lot on that Partisan team, if you
Sure,
remember as
another
well.
one. Yeah, of course. Dreamer, one of the most popular players to come through from the region. Of course,
Yeah.
really talented as
You
well.
got Blocker and Bubble. You got Dreamer, as you
Han.
say. Han, yes.
A big name.
I always thought he had a great future ahead of him, but it hasn't really
Yeah, me
transpired
too.
slightly for Han,
Yeah,
sadly.
past 18 months have been a bit underwhelming.
Yeah. What about what's his name? There was another one called Nicky, right? Wasn't he an IGL
Yeah,
for
Nicky,
500
yeah,
as well?
he actually did become an IGL. I don't think he was before, and he did pretty well as an IGL. He wasn't too bad in the fragging department, so
Yeah.
that's another good shot. Well done there. That's a definitely one that escaped me. Rocking, I don't think Rocking ever did any IGL work.
No.
But he was pretty good individually. I think he even did some coaching work for a brief period.
Victor
Anyway.
was never an IGL, was he?
No, good old Vactor,
Vactor.
the beloved nickname.
Right.
Affectionate. It's always affectionate, Trav. Comes
Exactly.
from a good place.
Exactly. Right, so all important round here for Soda. They've got the AWP back on
Yes.
Snatchy, but of course, the round's not really begun yet, and utility is already a problem. They've got a smoke and a flash, and 2 flashes on too high. That is it. It's going to have to be the weaponry to do the job. 500 went for an early 4-man boost in spawn. Very rarely you see that on Overpass these days. Getting the AWP looking for a pick toward heaven from spawn. Of course, if that's spotted, then the CT side know they have a hell of a lot of space toward A and playground, right? So, didn't see it this time though, of course. It didn't fire a bullet, so they're in their stock standard positions, our Soda.
Yeah, it's just Nasty, who's in the belly of the beast right now in towards lowers. Hasn't been cleared out by 500, so he could deal some serious damage coming up the stairs. Snatchy, oh, here we go. Nasty, great work. Activated the perfect moment. I mean, eventually Oxygen will get the trade, and off the back of that, they're going to try and shift themselves towards B instead. I don't think 500 will ever anticipate the double monster setup coming through from the CTs either. Oxygen charging his way forward, falls straight to too high. That baits in Lunatic. And there we go. The defense is resolute as they stand tall and get their second round on the board.
Needed as well. Very much needed. Even though it's early game. I'm still have another full buy in arrears. And Denny with 8,950, of course, in the bank can get the Overpass once again. Helped by the fact, of course, he got it first time for free when they picked it up off of Oxygen. Winning that clutch against Snatchy. There we go. There's the boost.
Nice.
They put it into play again. And, well, treasure that, because maybe we're not going to see that too many times in the upcoming future of CS.
I think Shady's happy about it. Because he's been plucked out the air from the heaven straight into the hell. Yes, that's making some assumptions about the life he's led. Maybe he didn't go to hell. I don't know. But he did die out of heaven, that's for sure. Quite a lot of damage was done through the smoke there as well. Of course, they wouldn't know that, but Grosshog and Rainwaker both brought down around that 20 to 40 health mark. And Nesty's got so much information here towards Fountain as well. So, oh, but that's a massive kill. I mean, Snatchy's been posted on a few angles now, Trav, where he just hasn't been able to hit the shot, and that's a costly miss.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the problem that's kind of plagued him. Thought he'd be one of the next big things in either international or the Polish scene when he came through and played for VP. He was doing such great work in Tier 2. He's kind of struggled in the scene ever since. To be honest, he has his moments, he has his games. No consistency.
Yeah, that's the problem though, man. Hasn't been an issue of the ceiling.
Look
It's
at
about the
Ships.
floor. Yeah, Ships is about to sink these guys coming. Oh, they're looking in his direction. Okay, alright. And Nesty's gonna catch Oxygen. The script is flipped. Nesty will double down. Sure, there's a trade, but there's only 17 seconds left on the clock. No time to go to the A bomb site from here. They're gonna have to try get towards B, and you got 2i behind the pillar. He's in a great position. Denny posted, misses his shot, and that will cost him the round. It's all fallen apart for 500.
You think that was, like, in that situation, you're in a 5 versus 3, you've got your opening 2 kills. If you looked at the state of that round and saw Ships in heaven, that looked like the easiest round for 500 ever, right? It's like, okay, we've got two decisions we can make. We can either bring the bomb back toward A because Ships has walked through the entirety of the site, or we can flank the two Heaven players and get couple of kills in the back and just clear out the site easily. Well, the fact that the Con player gets 2 completely puts a spanner in all those works. And SD does really well to get that.
And yeah, he capitalizes on all the damage that was done by his teammates. I think it was a Too High or Lunatic maybe. That damage done through the Monster Tunnel smoke way earlier on in the round. And 500 lose a round they shouldn't have. This is their map pick.
Yep, and it puts them on an eco as well.
Yeah, so the lead should come through here for Soda.
Whee!
Are you normally doing the run boosting or getting boosted, Trav?
Well, I'm definitely getting boosted usually, but...
Okay, alright, but I'm talking about the run boost specifically. Bit of both.
I don't know, I think it's a bit of both. I wouldn't say I have a definitive role in that one.
I always like to run boost the guy because then I get to trade him. So I'm like, come man, let me run boost you, bro.
Honestly, real. You're just smart. You're playing for stats, aren't you?
I'm a beta. Yeah, exactly. There we go.
You know what? I am
Right,
too.
well, there is a kill here in the round for 500. The problem for them is that Soda's got a good read on the situation. Although Danny's got the hero AK, he's doing work right now as well. That's his 3rd frag in the round. He could be on course for more Lunatics out in the open. Desperately trying to find a way to get a kill back, but oh my goodness, Danny's on a rampage. This is ruthless from him. Eventually he'll go down, maybe biting off more than he could chew there. Shady looking to try and get this round back on the retake, but Rainwaker out in the open connects on the shot, and 500 win an eco.
Oh, just that one AK. We saw it the other day, actually, in 1wins matches. Gio hit 2 incredible quad kills in 2 separate maps with just a hero AK to save situations for 1win. It's Denny's turn to do it. Just one gun makes the difference. And yeah, it must be really frustrating for Lunatic, because he threw that Molotov on truck, and he must have thought, okay, that's the perfect molly. It could burn 2 players. It could force them into the open. Pardon me. But... in the end, he just pushed through it. He was worried about the bank push, gave it a glance, and looked away at the wrong time. Frustrating for him.
Yeah, I just can't believe how well Danny does with that hero AK, man. Goodness, that was impressive. Plays the situation very nicely, and I love the pop through the smoke as well. He's using his teammates. Too often you'll see the guy with the hero AK playing by himself or going in first, but Denny was using his teammates very nicely to get info and trade them as well. Alright, well... I mean, we've actually just seen teams who shouldn't be winning the rounds go on to win these rounds quite consistently. Is that going to happen again, Lunatic? Oh, I guess not. What? How's he getting that shot on Ships? That's crazy. Still looks like they're going to struggle to make something happen here in the round. Grosshog, he's found a frag, make that 2 of his own. What in God's name was that shot from Lunatic? He just catches a glimpse of Ships and takes his whole head.
Oh, Snatchy. Does he go through the heaven smoke? I feel like we only have a couple of deagles left in this 2 versus 2. Risks need to be taken, but yeah, he will get caught. Nice check from Grosshog. He gets a free M4 upgrade as well. 500 have hit straight back, and that's so important for them, of course, on that T side.
Yeah,
I mean, police are outside. They're looking for 500.
Yeah, well, or maybe Soda, just because of how criminally they've cost themselves that round against the eco.
Maybe. Sirens in London outside my window. I'm sure they've been caught on many a broadcast outside of my control, sadly. Oh, hang on. Rainmaker's going to get caught here. That is a nice M4 to be taken. That's an M4 that now can be dropped to Snatchy because they've got a second gun to recover in front of Condor. What's going on here? 500 in the slight bit of trouble. They're not checking tree. 2 Eyes doing more damage, and he's dealt with oxygen. And Denny's only got the AWP, of course. This is now tough to deal with a Deagle jiggling either side of tree. And look who's flanking him. He is so stuck. He's finds one, but surely not two. And there we go. Too High finds it. And Grasshog is suddenly in a 1 versus 3. Messy, messy, messy.
And Snatchy has the ore posted on the angle as well, so there should be no way for Grasshog to get anything done from here. Yeah, this is where I'd be posted up as well, Snatchy. It makes sense. How, but it's happened again, Trav. Is that the third time this game where Snatchy's been posted up on an angle and he's just missed the shot? That's 8 rounds, 9 rounds. It's not looking good from Snatchy, man. They're gonna have to. He's gonna have to find his footing here.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, that time, Grasshog did kind of just own him, to be honest. That was just a wide swing, instant headshot. And there's still a chance he can win this round. Problem is, Lunatic is being a nuisance, and he's playing in exactly the right spot here. Even on 12 HP. He's got the help from Bathroom. Grasshog is not going to be checking this. He can dance with the timings. Oh, maybe he's misjudged that timing slightly. Grasshog has a great chance now. Too High, 14 and 4 in this game. Can't make it 15. And Grasshog recovers what looked to be an almost impossible situation.
Okay, we need to arrest Grasshog. Get those police who are driving past your place, because what he's just done is criminal, mate. The way that he's able to win that round for his team, he had nothing going for him in the 1 versus 3 there. Nothing at all. He was on the A bomb site. They knew exactly where he was coming from, and there was an ore posted on him. He even had to try and get the bomb from Soda's control towards long.
So and effectively,
how does he actually get 3 1 versus 1s when the Soda have got the bomb? Why were they so dispersed there, Trav?
Yeah, I do agree.
So peculiar. Why did they spread out so much, man?
I don't know why this... I mean, I agree that is definitely the wrong choice to make in that scenario, to spread out as they did. I mean, Snatchy holding the bomb as he was, that's fine. But I know I said Lunatic actually was in a good position, even though he's low HP, because he could play with the timing. Problem is, I actually think there wasn't enough time, full stop, left to do that. Or there was too much time left to do that, because there was 14 seconds... He misjudges it, sure, when he plays around the dice. But I think for me, if he plays truck, I think it's a little bit safer. And it wastes more time off the clock as well to get the M4 of Too High into play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think just a misplay by all... I wouldn't even call it a misplay by Snatchy, to be fair. He just got absolutely owned by Grasshog, but...
Not the first time.
Yeah, but yeah, I think between Too High and Lunatic, of course, we mentioned this is just an open qualifier team that's made its way through, but mostly a mix. That's what can happen sometimes when you don't have experience playing together for a long time.
All right, well, what I was going to say earlier, and the point's just been even more proven here, is that Soda, if they're going to stand any chance here of winning this match against 500, they're going to... Oh, that was close, okay. They're going to have to make sure that they don't lose these rounds they can't afford to. And I'm talking about 5v3s, 3v1s, anti-eco rounds, because now they've lost, what, like 3 rounds that they've had huge advantages in? It's a big problem. You're never going to beat 500 as Soda if you're not winning those sorts of rounds. Snatchy hits a good shot.
Some revenge on Grasshog there for Snatchy, but they need to double down on it and recover this half, because 500 are in an excellent position now. 6 already on T side. They're winning these close clutches, even though it was against the Soda half buy, of course. Got overwhelmed. Surely you'd think you could find a way to win it in what was 2v5, 3v5. So, let's see. This one, Soda need to find a way to win. Lunatic, Shady, ready and raring to go. There's actually 3 players playing a crossfire on the B side. The flashes are so good. When the flashes are that good, it can be very hard to defend still. Oxygen's gone all the way around water. Too High did really well to get 2 in response, and it makes it a 2 versus 2, but another missed shot from Snatchy. He's just not it anymore, really, is he? He is not the boy. He is not the man, but he's still got a chance to win this round for his team. Oxygen, he's won a 1 versus 3 already in this first half. Can he win a 1 versus 2? And arguably, this one looks a lot more winnable than the last. There is no kit in play for Soda. Snatchy is wandering forward. He's going to try and bait for Nessie to get the immediate trade. There's one, and Oxygen can now play time. He's got a flash to play off as well. Nessie will jump up and gets it on the right timing. And I think, yes, he's going to be good. He's picked up a kit. That's well played by Nessie.
Yeah, very well played there. I mean, Oxygen does gamble by throwing the flash into the sky generally. generally the rule of thumb is you don't use utility in a 1 versus 1. And it came very close to working out for him. I think if there was an extra half a second or something, Nesty wouldn't have actually spotted Oxygen out before he gets blinded, and he probably goes down there. Good attempt from Oxygen, but it's in vain. Soda win a vital 4th round. Problem is 500 already have 6 on this T side, which you would regard as a success for T side Overpass, but they're going to be looking for more. They're in pursuit of H here, Trav, because if they win this one, Soda don't have much to work with in the next.
Nice boost. And
How many times does that happen? That's like, what, the 3rd time, I think?
Yeah. Ooh. Snatchy caught again.
Wakey. Yeah.
Rain wakey.
Yeah. Because Snatchy is sleepy. Left himself completely exposed there, man.
Oh.
And they've heard the footsteps. They're going to go track them down now. Ships is actually the one who's calling this and telling you Ships heard them jump shorts and says, okay, we need to try and track and trace.
There's 3 players here again, but once again the flash could be really good, and they're just getting destroyed by these flashes when they go for these B executes. Oxygen once again gets 2 trades as well. Really nice from him. And Nesty is left in another clutch. You might get an opening duel on Oxygen, but now he spotted him out, and with the AWP picked up, money not looking good for Soda, he'll know that the likely cause and decision is to fall away and save it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Soda that they aren't able to build on that success of winning the previous round, and it's pretty simple coming through there from 500 as well. In fact, it's almost exactly what we saw, a carbon copy of the round before this. Really good flashes, great flashes to execute into that B-bomb site. Both the monster player and the player right side of short, fully blind. Oxygen's looking good, I must say. Probably the best of all the players so far. Grasshog has also been at a decent level. I'm not just saying that because he's got 12 kills. Generally, when people look at this 500 team, Grasshog would be the last player that they would highlight as on an individual basis. But you know what? He's been putting up some of the better numbers for an IGL in this scene, I would say. You know, the tier 2, top of tier 3 kind of thing. I think tier 2 is a stretch now for 500, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he's taking up the mantle that Rainwaker has kind of left him to take in this game. Rainwaker, of course, only 1 and 7. Also deserves to be said that 2High has got 18 kills, and all 4 of his teammates before this round have had 21 combined. So,
that's a good point, mate. Jeez.
2High is having a great game. Anyway, though, that's a good start from Snatchy. Can he keep finding opening kills? That T side as well. That's going to be the big question. But 5 here is a must for Soda. The MP9 of Nesty, it's giving it a glance. But this setup, the 500 is going to be so hard to get past. And Denny is just way too ready for that.
Yeah.
Snatchy will move forward, looking to do some more work.
It's a great position to get in as early as he does because, well, Nesty just walks into the crosshair. Good patience with the time that was left in the round here for the T side. Either way, Snatchy's the man on a mission right now. You can't... Wow, that's egregious from Snatchy. You can never stay out in the open the way that he does when you're blinded up like that. He's so lucky he doesn't just get instantly swung. Very brave. Eventually, he will go down, but shouldn't cost them much in the round. Yeah, Rainwaker left by himself, as you say. He's been the quietest player on the server for 500, but if he can make something happen here... Problem is, he's already being flanked. He's taking the time to try get into the bomb site itself. And the longer he takes, the further forward they'll get behind him.
There we go.
And there we go.
Calmly bursted down long range by the MP9 of Lunatic. And that is a 7-5 half of 500. But they'll still be very happy with that, even though Soda win that final round. 7 on T is solid on Overpass.
Yeah, you'd imagine 7 on the T side for 500 would be more than enough for them to get across the finish line, but let's see if they can make it happen here. Pistol round is live. Of course, 500 did win this map yesterday against 1 win. They managed 7 rounds on their CT side out of the 11 played, so Recent history suggests they should be able to get this done. Lunatic, you're the one with the utility. You can't die here. And there we go. He will get across into the corner just in time. Oxygen, though, keeps him at bay towards bomb. So that's the bomb tunnel. The bomb dropped in the tunnel. Not entirely sure what the plan is here from the T side, in all honesty. Because it's not like Lunatic and Too High are getting anything done on the other side of the map. And the bomb is just... It looked like they were going to try go through Monster there. Anyway... Denny's got his knife out. He's in the backlines right now. He's going to catch a glimpse of... Oh, there we go. Get punished. No. What? The universe. That's not fair, man. Denny deserved to die there.
No one deserves to die, Matt.
Some people do, Trav.
Right.
Like the people who made the decision to replace Overpass. No, I'm just joking. That might be a bit far.
Yeah, it's always a bit far. Too High. We'll
That's his
take
20th
ships.
kill, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, keep counting. Lunatic, Snatchy, and Shady, add all those up, and that's 20. Too High has got 20 of his own. Well, more could be possible, but he can get caught dropping down, and yeah, another PT-50 feels so awkward here. He's gonna get absolutely swarmed. And
Did Chips have his knife out? Oh no, he's alive. He died. Someone had their knife out there amongst those three players. Probably Goshog.
well, easily to assume that it would be Ships, because he's the one man who would do that for
That was
sure.
just my straight up go-to. I didn't even see he was alive. I'm like, yeah, that's probably Ships.
Yesterday he went for a knife where it was last round of the half, and they all had like 5k in the bank plus.
Did he get it?
Anyway, yeah, he did, but you know, least
He also went
necessary
minus
knife.
25 yesterday.
Or actually, for Ships, most necessary knife for him.
Yeah.
Probably.
All knives are equally necessary to Ships. All knives are equal in the eyes of Ships. That's how it goes. Either way, look at this investment from 500, or lack thereof in Denny's case. He's got a Julie's, and then it's MP9s and a FAMAS. So this is... It's not going to look great when it comes to the gun round, assuming they get across the line against the Glocks, which I don't think they'll have any trouble. How many does Denny get, Trav? Does he get 3? Oh, he's got support. He's been robbed a little bit there, hasn't he?
He has. But of course,
Okay,
he
though.
can buy an op now.
Yeah, all by design. Not only that, but Rainmaker also gets some kills with the SMG. Some extra money, and it means now I reckon 500 breathe a bit more, a bit easier, because they'll have something to work with in that next round regardless of what happens here, and Denny has his beloved AWP. It's a mixed match in terms of weaponry though.
It is a mismatch. Chance for Soda to get off to a start on T-side Overpass, and Nesty's keeping a close eye on the corner of this smoke. He'd be absolutely right to do so, but then Ships might pounce. Oh, Nesty, you lucky boy. Good reaction. Ships just couldn't hit that second headshot, and the body shots weren't enough after the opening dink. This is what 500 are going to have to do. They're going to have to play naughty with these smokes. They're going to have to play naughty with the aggression. Oxygen tries something, but it's forced away.
Yeah, that was bold, mate. Jeez, okay. Man advantage for the T's to try and figure out this round. Denny, he is now stuck in the corner. It's exactly why Soda are looking to try and force the fight on him. But Denny's looking to cut them down in the process. That's 3 coming through from his sniper. Nearly a 4th. No immediate trade. The flash is good, but not enough to actually get them the kill. Oxygen's going to step up to the plate. Nesty's low, and Oxygen will finish him off. But there's still a job to be done here for Rainmaker. Down into the 1 versus 1. Snatchy's got time on his side, and Rainmaker, is he going to go through here? Decides against it. You got to watch your back though, mate. You've got to keep in mind there's a chance this could be the case. And Snatchy, oh man, he lands a couple shots. Unfortunately for him, none of them connect on the dome, and so Rainmaker will complete the clutch, and that's probably a nail in the coffin, if not the final, because 500 at MP9s are from us and an AWP, and they've just won the gun round.
Yep, if there are 4 nails for each corner, that was the 3rd, I reckon, on Overpass for Soda. And Rainmaker gets some impact for himself as well. Had a slow game, especially on that first half. But that's a great round from him. Perfectly timed in the end. Doesn't really have to do much overall. Snatchy decides to go straight through the fire. That's just doesn't take a huge amount of damage. And now Oxygen, he does need to be careful, but he's got Grasshog support. So much damage done to Nesty, and the trades come thick and fast. This round could be over. I was about to say before the 1 minute 30 mark, but Lunatic's taking a little bit extra time. Chips will put an end to it.
Ruined your point.
Ruined my point. Why didn't you just die sooner? SMA.
Yeah, exactly, man. Come now.
Lunatic, if
More
you're listening to
important
this.
things.
Lunatic, if you listen to this, I respect you and I love you. Don't worry. It's fine.
You just say that to everybody, Trav. Thought I was special.
I'm not that much of a... Well, I'm not going to say that word on broadcast, but...
Trav's a lover, guys. Let's just put it that way. Alright, well, 11-5. Do or die now for Soda. They were sitting pretty at one point. They won the pistol to start this map, and then it was 3-all. But things have gone awry since then. They've lost a 5v3. They've lost a 3v1. They've lost an anti-eco. But they have not lost the first pick here in this round, at least. Such a nice position to have with the AWP here, this boost.
Yeah. So many boosts on Overpass, full stop, these days. I mean, it's the common one, of course, is the one on the sandbags looking towards short pipe. You've got the one on top of default, which looks into con, as you can see. There's like 2 or 3 around A, 1 near divider. You know it as Olaf Pass for a reason, sadly. Not going to see much more of it. So treasure these possible last few rounds. Might not get another chance. We shall see how many casts we have before the map pool gets updated. Lunatic with his funky view model. Very central.
Yeah. We have a player, Kani, in South Africa who has a very similar view model as well. Always has been that way.
Was he a
Wonder if it's
trendsetter?
like I don't... not the kind of trends I'm after, but I don't know if he was like maybe a Quake player in his past or what it comes down to. It is weird though.
I mean, there are some pros like, you know, Mezzi and Fascia who have weird controls purely because they're like kind of like Quake controls, you know,
Yeah,
from previous
like
experience.
walk forward with mouse button 1 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Oxygen has some work to do. Damage done already, and he's got support from Heaven. But Grasshog has to go for a reload, so that's going to isolate Oxygen slightly. No. Nesty still gets taken down now. The HEs can come firing in. Lunatic will go down to that. Grasshog gets his one with it. Rainwaker gets his one too, and Denny will deal with Snatchy. And Snatchy is not been it in this game.
Yeah, I mean, we're not intentionally harping on about it, but it just does continue to be a prevalent point that he's just missing shots you expect an AWPer to hit, especially an AWPer of his level. So it's just rough to see that he's not really playing the game we know he's capable of. 12-5, that was an opening kill round that was lost by the T side as well. And 500 have got 7 map points here on their map pick. We go to Nuke next, that's Soda's pick, and we know that 500 have had some frailties on the map in the past. We're yet to see if that's going to be the case again. And we'll probably find out soon enough.
Denny, nice reaction. But it is really nice to see Denny play well. I mean, obviously we're harping on about Snatchy slightly, but Denny, I mean, we know 500 as a whole are just not where they used to be and not what they once were at the moment either. But they're, you know, they're playing in these events for a reason. They're trying to get back to that sort of top 50, top 30, bottom of top 30 level. Where of course they were for a little bit on 500 when they made some decent runs in those Elisa Esper events, if you remember as well. And Denny, I mean, he's still a great player. Don't get me wrong, he's playing against an open qualified mixed team right now. But now these are shots that you'd be expecting him to hit in the other matches as well. And 500 are eking their way toward an opening map victory, and they'll go into Nuke, a map that they struggle on, but still they'll go into Nuke feeling quite confident, I'm sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, with the performance we've seen here on Overpass, they'll be brimming with confidence going into Nuke next. Will 500 just about finishing off the job now in the 4v2. Soda looking to try and edge their way in towards the say bomb site, but guess who's home? The man who's done all the damage, the Chief Destroyer. And ships.
There we go. It's now down to 2 high. He's had a fantastic performance this game, but it's not enough to deal with Denny. Denny goes 22-10 and looks very, very solid in that last round as well with a clean quad kill. And that is really nice to see from 500. A clean performance. That's what you needed to see from them against a team like this. You need, especially on their, their map of Overpass, which we know that there's been a home for them in the past. That is the sort of scoreline we wanted to see. And yeah, helped out by some really important clutches in that first half as well, by the likes of Oxygen and Grasshog. Muted.
You know what happens is I have to turn my lights on when we're coming back to the cams, and then because I make so much noise shifting around, I mute my mic. So there we go. Now you guys know what happens. Either way, those were some devastating clutches. The anti-eco round they lost as well was unforgivable, and they were just never able to get traction there after just wheel spinning their way to the end of the map. So unfortunately, Overpass doesn't really deliver for Soda. Hopefully Nuke will though, Trav. They have to win Nuke if they're going to stay in contention for that spot in the playoffs. If they lose Nuke, 500 seal their spot. We're going to find out exactly how things play out after this short break.
boys, man so tough, but man's keep rocking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pine. If you wanna touch me, please use caution, 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 caution,
We bout to
on, it's almost yours. When are you gonna get another chance like this? Go ahead, go ahead. Why are you slowing down? You almost got him. Come on.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? So, this is what he decided to do to me, to all of us, for pixels? Fuck you and your Roland. Let's get out of here, bro. Have you seen how many scammers showed up?
Welcome back to 500 versus Soda. 500 find themselves one map of Nuke away from the playoffs of this event of the Hellcase Cup number 9. And really, for Soda, the only shining light for them on that first map really was Too High's performance. And Matt, I think there could be a reason for that. He actually already played today as a stand-in for Ents Academy in CCT, and he dropped 55 kills in 3 quite quick maps. So he's warm today.
Yeah, clearly he is. I mean, I was actually thinking about that on the first map, and I didn't expect to say that Too High has been the best player I've seen on the Soda roster so far between yesterday's game against 1win and today's match here against 500. He's actually been one of the shining lights we've seen out of this roster so far, so I've actually really liked what I've seen from him, the North Macedonian player, and I'm looking forward to seeing what more could come through from him, because when it comes to his individual level, his mechanics, I mean, he's got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, that performance he put in place for Ents Academy as a stand-in very, very much helped them to win over Nexus this morning. So, yeah, I mean, he's very much on form, very much looking good. And yeah, on Nuke, if he continues that sort of form, if there's one map which I think 500 are going to be fallible on and might lose, it's Nuke. They've only won 1 in 6. So
yeah,
there's a chance for a third map decider here, without a doubt. Even though how easy Overpass did show to be in the end for 500, Soda are not out of this.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side of that, though, this is a good opportunity for 500 to kind of just test the waters and see sort of what level they're at on the map. If they're not beating Soda on Nuke, then maybe you consider playing Vertigo and you just remove Nuke, you turn that into your permaban altogether. I'm not sure, but yeah, I do seem to remember them being pretty good on Mirage back in the Skade days. Excuse me, not Mirage, on Dust 2, the new map we've just added back into the pool. Obviously, I say new map, I mean in terms of the maps we have active. So yeah, I wonder if they'd consider that. But Nuke, they shouldn't be losing to Nuke just based on Nuke, just based on the individual level we saw from this team here on Overpass. I'd imagine that should be enough to carry them across the line in itself.
Yeah, it should be. Like full stop, it should be. And yeah, I think if you're going to win, like in the way they did, in the fashion they did, with Soda making a lot of individual mistakes, not just individual skill, but like timing mistakes, especially on that grass hog clutch, right? Yeah, I think it doesn't really show a good sign, even though it's a bad map for you on Nuke. Of course, we don't know anything about how these 5 players are going to play necessarily on Nuke. I mean, as I said, I'll just get it back up quickly now. That game that Too High played for Ents Academy this morning up against Nexus, they did play a Nuke. It was a 13-8 to Ents Academy, and Too High went 21-11 with 95 ADR and a 1.57 rating, and he was the next closest player to him was Miltsy with 16 kills. So there's form for Too High, not just in series today for another team, but also on this particular map. And obviously it's that sort of thing that actually, even though it sounds a bit weird, because you're a stand-in on this team, and this team is also, this Soda squad is also just really a mix that came through the open quals, you're kind of put in similar positions, I feel like, similar situation mentally, like just play the best you can. That's simple as that.
I mean, you've got a role, you've got a job to do, and how you do it is your own decision. That's kind of how it goes when you're playing in a mix. You kind of just get told what's required of you, and you get to go about it your own way. So let's see what's going to happen. 500 choice of sides for them. Armor across the board here on the CT side start. You could say the same for Soda. We've got 10 sets of Kevlar on the server, and this pistol run's about to heat up.
Ooh, 2 for 2 very early on. Denny gets a second though, and even though Snatchy trades it, it's probably what keeps him in this round. 500. Quick rotation up through heaven from Rainwaker. He's going to try and deny the bomb planter, but he's getting fought, of course, from Squeaky. And Grasshog is forced to drop down, and now they know exactly where he is. Can't find Too High. Too High makes it happen again. Important opening kill in this series for him, and Soda win the pistol.
Yeah, it's a good way for them to start off here on Nuke. Really fast-paced play coming through from them, and it makes sense. They wouldn't have much tactical depth or prowess, considering they are just a mix. So, going to that pacey, punchy approach is a good option. Trades were initially the name of the game, but then they win the 2v2 out comfortably. 500 forced back in response though here, Trav.
DZ, Deagle, MP9s, and a Scout. See that, of course. We spoke about it yesterday. Now with $300 as the kill reward, rather than just 100. But Soda have a path down toward B. They've got themselves ramp control, and they're going to duck and dive their way down. Unitic will clear it out with the Mac-10, and that will mean that teammates can come and join him. And even though Rainwaker might be here with his MP9, and Oxygen's towards single as well, if they don't get a kill, this is probably going to be a save, and Grasshog will get caught on that lurk ran through lobby as well. Too High takes that one, and with the bomb going down, if 500 can find a place to... See the bomb going down, I'm actually not committed to it just yet. Bear with. Still 2 players close, so I was just talking about maybe 500 saving their weaponry to give this buy another go in the next round, but they still have not committed to the plant just yet. They're trying to find the frags, and that might be their undoing. Rainwaker's got himself 2, tapping away with that SMG, looking to do more. It's very whiffy from Shady, but he controls the spray in the end. But now Too High is last alive, needs to clutch. This is the man we spoke about. It's him versus Denny. 23 seconds. Look at that body on the railing. That was very distracting for a second. It could have easily blocked the vision if Denny was down towards single door. But here's the Scout, and there's the tag. USP out. Headshot connected. And honestly, I'm very surprised that Soda took so long to commit to that plant. Matt, are you with me?
My goodness, Trav. What I was saying is that...
Happened again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What I was saying is that Denny, I was surprised at his confidence as well. I was also surprised Soda don't commit to the bomb plant there, as you mentioned. But I was surprised Denny even just swings after he gets the tag with the Scouts. So brave there to pull out the USP and just go for the kill immediately afterwards.
Yeah, agreed. But hang on a second, Rainwaker's just got overrun in the immediate round following, and Denny is not going to kill back in response either. The Peter didn't hit the headshot. Lots of damage done, and now Grasshog needs to be the man. Lunatic is close, but he needs to probably bait for a teammate. Might not matter, though. Ships has just gone in completely on a timing. They still might get away with this round, though, because they're playing super aggressive. Grasshog has found another. What is this clown fiesta? Oxygen wins the 1v1. Matt, help me.
It's a circus. This is a circus, Trav. You're absolutely on the money. A clown fiesta. I have no idea how 500 have just robbed Soda of that round. It was looking so good for Soda. Initially, they got 2 kills. That's another 5 versus 3. Another one that they've lost. Charging in towards that B bomb side. I was surprised that Grasshog was making as much noise as he does going into control room. I was shocked that Ships just swings the smoke and peeks into all of them. Oxygen pop flashes his way through. I mean, 500 actually never gives Soda an opportunity to settle.
Oh! Mate, what next? 101 Deeg from Too High. You mentioned his form today. This is some funny stuff to start Nuke, that's for sure. Denny will get destroyed, but Ships has recovered that AWP, so it's a round against 1 Deagle, not even a single set of Kevlar. They should be fine. Should.
Yeah, keyword being should. Thankfully, no weapon recovered here. From 500's perspective, they'll be grateful that that's the case.
I'm going to ask you a question. How sensitive is your mute button on your mic? It must be very sensitive.
No, it's not. It's just that I push the mute button when I move around, when I turn my lights on and off, if I
okay.
grab something, because my chair's quite loud and my table's got a lot on it, you know. So
That's a very good point. Same here,
yeah,
actually.
it's just I just mute the mic when I move around, but now sit
Yeah.
back, I cast, I watch, and I'm speaking into the void.
Yeah, I probably spoke over you for a few moments, and I was like, and you were like, what the hell, Travis? What the hell are you
It
doing?
has happened before. I'm wondering what's Blood doing here. I thought we were a team. You want the spotlight? I'll give it to you. But no, yeah, it happens more often than it should. It'd be quite funny to turn it into a little montage if we'd kept track of all the times it happened. Just a, you know, like 2-minute clip of Trav just saying, "Hazy there, Matt, are you muted?" Lunatic's actually muted them in the server. 2 kills coming through from him. Not a bad return. 3 frags in total on the eco.
Yeah, pretty good. I just miss you when you're not talking, that's all.
Yeah, fair enough, man. I mean, it's what they pay me for, so...
What? To speak with me?
Talking? Well, just speaking in general, so... muting my mic doesn't really help. Soda needs some help though, Trav, because this is the gun round here. They really struggled in the gun rounds to go toe-to-toe with 500 on Overpass. Is that going to be a prevalent issue here on Nuke as well? Or have they got what it takes? Oh, Grasshog. They've seen them both, but they don't get any. No. How?
Wow.
Shady had seen both of the players underneath Silo, and he's thinking, oh, baby, I've got them dead to right. I peek behind the curtain. I know we're all dead. Why are all of us dead? I had all the info.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, mate.
The bomb gets thrown forward into Rainwaker's grasp as well, and it leaves just Lunatic as well to deal with Denny. One more kill would be nice, but Ship's in the perfect position. There we go. No worries. 500 go up 4-1.
Yeah, and it's not even like that's something Soda can try and figure out, because it was just a variation setup from 500, 2 players underneath Silo. Nothing standard about that. Really nice change up coming through from the CTs, catching Soda off guard in that gun round. But this 500 have actually looked the most frail is against the ecos and the 4 spies. So they need to proceed with caution here, because we actually need a few of them to stay alive. They have to start to build up some money on the CT side.
Ships has an HE to be used to this very occasion, but won't catch any of the Soda players crossing towards Secret. They have got a couple of them toward that position, and they're trying to take Garage as well. But Ships has got a close eye on it, and now knows what's going on. We've only seen 1 though, might not be expecting 2. There is a flash from Denny though to help out, and that could be really nicely timed. There it is, but no! Talking about it being nicely timed, he actually looks away from it as it's called by Denny. And it doesn't work out. Ships gets caught. The AK can't be recovered just yet, though. Tech9s are still toward Garage, and Denny is advancing forwards. But 2i just completely swings and hits the instant headshot. Thankfully, Grasshook and Rainmaker are still here, and there's Oxygen. Shady has no chance, really, in this one now, sadly.
Yeah, does get cut down. Still a bit nervy. Couple kills again, a bit of damage done. Still not completely convinced by 500's anti-ecos, but they've got the round on the board as they go up 5-1. They are in full pursuit of that last spot in the playoffs. Of course, there are a total of 16 spots, 8 of them filled by invited teams, 8 of them filled by qualified teams. 15 of those spots have been populated, Trav. 1 spot up for grabs and 2 teams in contention.
What a chance. 500 to make it through. And yeah, we've discussed it on a few of these previous days of coverage as well. We can talk about it once again. The playoff invite teams. You've got 9 Pandas, you've got Namigo, are looking very good lately. Bleed, ditto. Gaming Gladiators, ditto. I think Gaming Gladiators, Bleed, and Namigo are probably the three freshest looking teams, alongside Sashi, who also are playoff invite in tier 2 right now. I think those 4 actually, low key, 4 of the best in tier 2 at the moment, looking to make their mark ever further. Sashi, of course, qualifying for 2 huge lands recently.
Yeah.
Some incredible qualifying runs through You got these online events, Guild Eagles are invited to, and as well as, of course, our Granny's Knockers, the Danish mix.
I feel like Sashi are probably one of the best tier 2 teams at the moment. I mean, Game and Gladiators was the one everyone was looking at from Denmark, thinking, yeah, probably second best team from the region outside of Astralis. But I think Sashi's probably eclipsed them on current form, you know?
Yeah, and that's pretty crazy, right? They're like 10 Danish players right now, which are like super on form, which is, you know, pretty crazy.
Yeah, true.
At
Both
this
those
level.
teams are looking very good. You know, if someone like Heroic wants to go back to an all-Danish roster one day, there's plenty talent for them to choose from.
Sure. We had quite a lot of tech pauses the last couple of days because of players dropping out, crashing. I think it was our first best of 3 yesterday, which had like first 4 rounds, the beginning of every round, one of the one-win players dropped out or something. The crashes in CS2 right now can be a bit of a cruel mistress, but I don't think anyone dropped out that time. Just a very brief one, and we're back underway again.
All's well, getting back into the action. Not like 500 have any money to speak of, just Rainwaker ships some spare change in the bank. But outside of that, a reset looms here for the CTs. I seem to remember Singularity having a pretty damn good nuke as well. Just looking at Nesty on this map, I get that feeling that it's something I've seen him look good on in the past. So hopefully they'll be able to find their footing here because, oh, not live just yet, we will get into it, but they need to give themselves a fighting chance going into their CT side. This is Soda's map pick. Do you think that they were pretty much entirely drawn into picking Nuke because of how rough 500 have looked on the map in recent times?
Full stop, yes. I think that's the only reason. I really do.
Makes sense, right?
It is their weakest, and they're given the opportunity because, of course, 500 perma ban something else. So it's like, yeah, why not? Why not? We should do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they'd have much depth of their own to try go up of in terms of maps they like to play. They just don't have the reps. Try and find a common denominator between what people like as individuals. But you'll also actually never really end up in a situation where everyone's happy. Because it could be like Snatchy hates Nuke, but the other 4 all really love Nuke. And then you're not going to pick a map, or you're not going to not pick a map just because one player doesn't like it. So it can be tough to find something where all players are comfortable when you're playing with a mix.
For sure. And 500 keep it up and make this a comfortable day for them. Or does Soda have something to say when they get themselves fizzed up?
Yeah, they're going to have to be Trav because this T side has left a lot to be desired so far. Denny does get a kill. Oh no, I thought Lunatic had the trade dead to right. Wouldn't have been on Denny, just a kill elsewhere to keep the numbers level. Problem is, both the players towards outside have now been removed for this T side, so the guys in towards lobby are going to have to start to make some moves here in unfavorable conditions because they don't have those secret players to try and disrupt the setup. Too high, lucky to be alive. You could say the same about Chips, who's been brought down even further. But how do Soda break down the defense here? It looks like they're just going to try and go through the squeaky door. That's another smoke that's come through. Good shot out of Too High, but Chips in position to find one. Do they go down the vents is the question. It looks like it, and there's no one to receive them on the other side.
Yeah, they were trying to, and they almost body blocked each other, but Rainmaker is rotated very quickly, and he takes Snatchy nicely. No worries. Nesty. 1 versus 3. Glass broken as well, just to compound his misery. It's even harder. And Rainmaker will actually hit a nice tap there. Hard to even see him from Nesty's POV, so it probably would be quite difficult from Rainmaker's POV as well. The glass in the midst of breaking, of course. The shards go everywhere, and right now, there's shards of Soda going everywhere as well.
Yeah. Their can has a leak. They're leaking rounds at a rate of knots here right now. It's not looking good, man. 6-1 gun round goes awry. Easy pickings for the CT side. Again, the tactical depth just looking pretty shallow right now, I would say. Which, as we said, makes sense. We wouldn't expect there to be much here for Soda, considering their lack of time together. But then it does just make me wonder a little bit more about the nuke pick. Does Lunatic just kind of back himself to be able to call his T side on the fly? Because he was able to on Honorous. It was a good map for them on Anonymo as well.
Yeah. Deep nade. And he catches too high slightly. Grasshog prepared for the possibility of a bit of a split A here through Squeaky and through Hut. The only utility that Soda have left is on Snatchy. 2 flashes and a molly. Could be enough. The flashes on the A site executes can often be very dangerous. 50 seconds left in the round. When do they prime it? When do they go in? When do they get 2 highs Galil activated? Grasshog will move a little bit further back into Mini. Of course, Lunatic is lurking outside. There are 2 players coming in that position now, and that timing is really nice. And there we go. We found an answer finally with the flashes, and Ships just can't connect. He does like significant damage. It probably does like 180 damage or something, 175 damage, but not enough to kill either of them. And Shady will 1D Grainwaker as well. That's something to work with finally for Soda.
Oh yeah, that's a massive reprieve for them. That was essentially an eco with the hero Galil, and 500 don't even get a single frag. That's I feel like you just get those sort of rounds out of 500 every now and again, and it's been happening a bit more regularly lately. And that's the issue with them is this is against a mix. They're losing those sort of rounds, so you know when they're playing up against a full team, there are a number of cracks that can turn into crevices for 500. And is this going to be one of them? I mean, they've now got 2 pistols they have to play with. If they lose this round, there's no money. And I mean, we could be on course for a 6-all half here. It's going to be a lobby crunch coming through from the CT side right now. Grasshog with his CZ isn't able to get in on the action. And, well, Soda are going to be very happy with how they've been able to deal with that situation and what was just thrown at them.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is absolutely game on now. The game is very much still live. Even though 500 an easy start. Money will be broken on them now on that CT side very quickly. Grasshog desperately wants to try and pick up that M4, of course. He's only got the CZ. But Soda are well set. Covering all their bases as well right now, as you can see, making sure that they don't get caught out by any more 500 players aggressing. Grasshog will be mollied off. That means it will force him forward. It means he can pick up the M4, but of course now they know that. Yeah, he's more stuck than a stuck thing, as I like to say. He's got away. Actually, a massive whiff from Shady. And hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. What's happened here? Then he's got an HE and he's used it perfectly. They've just whiffed their mini smoke by body blocking it. What is going on? Snatchy needs to take this into his own hands here, and he will. And now Denny going for the full wrap round outside. Is actually a vaguely winnable 1 versus 2.
Problem for him is that 2 highs in Hut right now. He's going to try and go through Squeaky Door, but Snatchy's been able to reposition into Mini. And Denny is not going to be able to see him because of the smoke. And as that smoke fades, Denny becomes exposed. Really rough timing there. I mean, it's a pretty good attempt from 500, all things considered. They were never really supposed to be in with a chance there after they failed in towards lobby. But they do come close. Either way, 6-3, 500 now have to eco. And Soda are clawing their way back here, Trap.
There's a world. There's a world for Soda. This is very, very doable for them now. I'll say they're arguably in the stronger of the 2 positions, because even though 500 are going to obviously have an eco in this one, it's going to be 6-4. 500 at least have that tie on the half confirmed. But a great chance of the 6-6 now. The next gun round for 500 is not going to be absolutely perfect. Full utility will be stretched, and of course then if they lose that one, it will turn into 6-5, last round of the half, and 500 will be on a pistol MP9 buy. And Famas's maybe. This one is turning out to be the correct choice for Soda as well. So
Yeah.
Shady's got some ecos to farm.
I do expect Soda to have a tough time of it on their CT side, though. I think when you're the underdog on the CT side and you're a mix as well, it can be a bit easier in the sense that you're just delegating duties across the board and saying, okay, you're the outside player, you're mini, you're ramp, and you kind of just have individual goals to try accomplish. But where it can be difficult is you're playing against a full system of a team who've got good protocols, great communication. They've got plenty different sets of util they can bring to the table as well. So that's where it can be tough, and the frailties become exposed because you don't have the depth in terms of the rotations, in terms of the protocols yourself on the CT side, in terms of, you know, who's going to rotate ramp, who's going to go down to secret, how do you respond to the outside smokes. I feel like there's a lot of questions that are going to be answered on the fly here for Soda, and it just comes down to whether or not they'll be able to figure out the appropriate solutions on that CT side.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit counterintuitive, isn't it? Sometimes you will think that, well, the CT side might be a bit easier for us because we can play a setup and try and win our duels with individual skill, but yeah, sometimes you can just get exposed like that. And this round is a great answer back from 500. Fast A-play comes through from Soda, and Grasshog, Oxygen, and Ships all do their job.
I do like the option. I do like the call from Soda. It makes sense to go for what they have here in the round. Unfortunately, they've just been cut down emphatically. And it's actually an important round won by 500 just to give themselves some breathing room going into the T side. Considering they were leading 6-1 at one point, if it was a 6-all halftime scoreline, they'd be fairly aggrieved with that, I would imagine. And Snatchy, my brother, the next round is the last round of the half. You might as well, hey, yeah, someone's relayed that info through to him. Have a crack at it. For the boys. Do it for the boys.
For the boys. I mean, low-key, I'd also argue this would be giving a free AWP over to 500, which
That's
isn't
a good
necessary.
point. I hadn't considered that. Because 500 only get $3,400. I say only, but it's not enough to afford an AWP. And Denny,
he wants it.
He must have heard the scope in there. Yeah, he says, that AWP that I've just heard you scoping in on, it's mine. And he just Batman drops down on top of Snatchy.
You're mine.
Mine now, baby.
Bang.
Well, not really. It was silence.
I know. But the AWP is called the AWP Boom, I think, that he picked up. So
yeah, that's true.
Sure.
It's actually a very nice skin. It used to be quite cheap, but, well, nothing's cheap anymore. Whoa. Snatchy, there we go. That's a nice shot there. Good flick coming through. Quick reflexes.
Yeah, and to confirm it with a headshot as well, it may have only been a tag if it wasn't the headshot, right? Because it was through the wall.
Through the wall,
so,
yeah.
Nicely done by Snatchy. That AWP Boom is actually scarily similar to the one I used to have with the same, like, Bish Bash Bosh stickers on it, the hollow ones.
Okay.
And I sold it years ago, sadly. I did miss it slightly.
What AWP do you have at the moment, Trav?
Graphite.
Okay, also a very good option.
With some very nice stickers on it.
Travis stickers?
Pop. No.
That's on your AK and M4. Right.
Correct. Those stickers make it pop, though, I can guarantee that. Denny, all timing.
Oh, timing.
Oof. He's okay. Or is he? He hasn't dropped down toward B yet. He's still here.
Yeah, they're trying to root him out of position, but Denny is not moving a muscle. In fact, he's going to drop a smoke. So that could actually send Soda back in towards A. And 500 wouldn't mind that at all. They've essentially got 3 of their 4 players on the same bomb site. Denny's even headed in that direction as well. Oh, this is all by design, Trav. Soda have been funneled into the same bomb site. It's just a question about whether 500 can mount the defense or not. And, well, first kill, second kill going the way of the T side. Finally, Oxygen responds, but doesn't realize how close Nesty is. Nesty's run out of ammo. Now, do they try go down the vent? Where's the bomb? It's dropped on the site. 3 quick kills coming through from the CTs. Both Oxygen and Denny committed to the bomb site, but that's not proving to be a problem. Snatchy does not have time for this. 13 seconds left on the clock. He's hoping he gets a peek. There's nothing on Officer. He now has to force the issue, but there's no way to bypass Oxygen, and I can't believe 500 have won that round.
Yeah, I thought for absolute certain they would have got overrun once Soda get that opening frag, right? I mean, as you saw, Grasshog got immediately deleted when he was top hut. had a perfect setup for it, and I guess that's what did help them in the end, because Soda weren't expecting there to be so many players. It does kind of hinge on the end, of course, of Denny dropping down and somehow reacting to the player pushing him down on his left, on the left of the site silos. He reacts to that one. He has one up bullet left in the clip, and he hits the door player too. That's huge from Denny. He basically single-handedly saves that round alongside Oxygen. If Oxygen's the only man standing there, Denny is not.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Oxygen has got a lot on his plate without Denny. But Denny being alive helped him a hell of a lot. So now, second half underway. T-side pistol. No utility. It's all been used.
Oh, Crushhog was actually lucky to evade that nade as much as he does. Too high, trying to fall back. A little bit of chip damage. Lunatic on these footsteps. Heard they are. He is just way too aggressive on that flank. And 3 players look back in his direction as he rounds the corner. Now a 4v2, 500 pump the brakes, which I really like, Trav. They're not just mindlessly rushing into the bomb site because of the kills they've gotten. There's still a bit of nuance in their approach. Down the vent they go. No resistance at all. Pistol round locked in, and a 9th on the board for 500.
Yeah, this is them putting their foot down now. Oxygen gets that one. And look at the kills on across the board as well for 500. 12, 11, 11, 10, 8. Of course, before that final one from Oxygen, it was 11, 11, 11, 10, 8. So, really, really nice from them across the board, all turning up at the right time. It looks like Soda are going to force buy because they're quite a way behind. And not just in this map, but in the series as well. So, may as well go out fighting, right?
Yeah, it does make sense.
It was like
it feels like things are too far gone.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you in regular games, perhaps, in other matches, where perhaps you'd think it's more of a competitive matchup, I know for a fact you'd be saying, oh, why have you forced sports at 9-4 down?
Yeah, definitely, I would be bang on. Does kind of make a bit more sense in this instance, and it's actually these sort of rounds where 500 looked more shaky than the gun rounds against Soda, to be honest. So if Soda can find a way to make this one interesting. Snatching towards outside with the scouts, has fired off a couple of shots, not connecting on anything, and eventually he will be shut down. Ships is looking to try and close the gap now as well. Shady hears Ships in hot pursuit, and he is actually able to keep him at bay there. Staves off the threat by taking him down.
Once again, just like the pistol, 500 will pump the brakes slightly. They're right to do so. Situation is not figured out just yet. Grasshog is going to clear out ramp, and they're going to go ramp together by the looks of things, coming from outside instead. And right now, 500, there's only 20 seconds left on the clock, but they've paused this pretty well.
Yeah, so nicely, man. Completely bypassed the defense here as they shift in towards this deep bomb site. And if you're Soda, don't even think about the retake. You don't even consider it. You just save your upgraded pistols and take them into the next round. And you have a forced-up set of weaponry to work with. It's not great, but it's better than what they'd have otherwise. And I tell you now, the retake's not going to work. So, double digits for 500, Trav. Double digits. And this includes an anti-eco loss as well. They lost against that Hero Galil and pistols in the first half.
Correct. So, they have to try and put their force buy into practice in the next round instead. 257s and 2 Deagles have one more chance. Okay, Denny, calm down.
Yeah, that's probably unnecessary. Probably.
Listen, maybe
it's a Friday, to be fair, Trav. So, no, just getting warmed up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's Friday night. Oh, what's that song?
No, it's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday, what?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Trav's got it. DJ on the deck. All Alright, well, now it's going to be a pacey play coming through from 500 straight in towards the safe bomb site. Ships with the MAC-10 leads the charge, frantically looking for people. He just finds bodies though, corpses, as his teammates have been able to find the frags. Oxygen and Danny, I guess supercharged from what happened at the end of the round there, Trav. They both find the entries.
Yeah, comfortable. Bomb down on A. And I appreciate them choosing to go with pace on a round like this, knowing it's just the pistols. It can be so easy, of course, to be picked off by the Deagles and the 5.7s if you just go one by one and try and play a T default, perhaps, but decide, okay, it's very unlikely to be a complete stack on A. Let's just hold W. There's some good utility, of course, that we know Soda won't have.
My question is, do they do it again here in this next round? At least for Soda, they keep a couple players alive who have head armor, so they won't have to reinvest into armor in this next gun round here. The problem is they're down by 7 rounds. I mean, that's just... It feels like it's an unassailable lead here.
It does. It does. Just 2 needed for 500 to make their way through to the playoffs. Said to you, of course, before this game started, after what we saw, some decent fundamentals from Soda yesterday, that, you know, with 500's current form, there actually is a chance that 500 could maybe fall, maybe lose a map in this series. Of course, we looked at it when it was close in that first half and said, okay, 500's nuke recently has been very poor. But they really asserted their dominance in this one, which is good to see. It's what they needed to do, just for their own confidence, of course, as well. They've lost their last 5 best of 3s. Have 500 before this game. SD and Snatchy trying to hold them at bay on B.
Not only have they lost those past 5 best of 3s, they've only won 2 maps in those 5 best of 3s they've lost, perhaps. They've lost 10 maps and they've only managed to win 2. However, I thought they were going to win this round. I thought it was basically locked in. Not the case, though. 2 versus 2 was a 4v2, if I'm not mistaken. Snatchy, oh, he's out in the open. Grushog, the brother. Oh my goodness. I mean, that is less than desirable, I reckon. Ships will still get the kill, so it's not the end of the world. And why would you be going A here? I mean, sure, you're going to force the rotation from Lunatic, but I feel like they're just overthinking this one, and Lunatic has read it as well. Grosshog is just faking as though they've gone A. This is a very elaborate strat, very elaborate indeed.
I mean, it's actually worked out quite well. I'll give him that, right? Grosshog hasn't given up his life by using that utility toward A. He's made noise on the ladder, and he's forced Lunatic to go back up the vents again and back down. They know exactly where he's coming from. Ships repositioned to a really good angle. Grosshog has now picked up the AWP on low HP, probably the best thing he could do, and Ships obviously will clean it up. So it was elaborate, you're right, but they find a way, and Grosshog's blushes are spared after that whiff toward ramp. And yeah, the way you described that one was definitely the caster version of saying that was terrible.
Yeah. It's okay, though. All's well and ends well. 12-4, 500 are feeling very good about life right now. Just 1 round away from sealing their spots in the playoffs. They have got 8 opportunities, Trav. 8 chances to finish Nuke off. It's been a very quick series so far. We started this an hour and a half ago. That included a couple tech pauses and a 12-minute break between maps. So nearly actually 2 maps within an hour if you're just counting the playing time itself. MR12, baby. It's unforgiving, that's for sure.
For sure. So I've not really got into this series overall, and maybe that's what we should have expected, to be honest, and being an open qualifier team, of course, just a mix. This is their first ever event on HLTV, and they're only one for the foreseeable future. I get the impression they're probably not going to be playing together anymore. This was just one event. They gave it a go, see what they could do. And it looks like Denny could be about to put the first nail in the coffin. He'll go down, but Rainwaker actually is caught jumping in with Denny there. If Rainwaker hadn't been jumping, we'd have got that trade very quickly.
Oh, nice.
Snatchy has a chance on the scout, and he doesn't take it. Ships will punish. Now Nesty's really low HP. Ships, it's a 1-shot as well. Easy tap from him. He'll jump down, but he knows exactly where Lunatic's coming from, and he takes that headshot as well. That's some OG Ships that I'd love to see. And 500 confirm their spot in the playoffs of Hellcase Cup number 9.
Yeah, great work coming through from him. A complete and utter devastating performance coming through from them. Soda never really stood a chance, right? I mean, I wouldn't even say they were in the game at all at any stage. There was never any serious pressure on 500 either. So at least for 500, considering they were playing against a mix, they were always expected to win that. It was actually about how do they win it, you know, how convincingly do they win the series. I kind of feel like they passed with flying colors. You know, the one blip on the radar would have been that anti-eco round loss, but that's really nitpicking. 500, yeah, passed with full marks, like I said.
Yeah, and it's exactly what they needed as well, considering, as we said, they've been struggling for wins lately. Really been struggling. I love your mug. I'm just going to say that. That's the cutest thing ever. Can we see that?
There we go.
That's very cute. Love that. Anyway, let's have a look at the bracket to finish off our coverage, of course, for today. And confirm that we've seen one win make it through the top portion of the bracket. And then, of course, that decider match. It was a slightly easier group with Mouse and XT, of course, not participating, forfeiting both their games. But 500 still take advantage of that and make their way through. So let's just run you through everyone who will be involved in those playoffs.
You should do Group B, Trav.
Exactly. We've got Arcred and Incilio from Group A. We've got Endpoint and Alternate Attacks, wink wink, from Group C. We've got 1 win and 500 from Group D. And in Group B, we have Brazilai Skilers, pretty sure that's pretty good, and VP Prodigy making it through. They will join Gaming Gladiators, Bleed, Namiga, 9 Pandas, Sashi, Sinners, Guild Eagles, and Granny's Knockers, of course, the team with Borup, Nico, Refresh, Christo, and TMB, the ex-Preezy boys, playing under the charity organization banner. So the playoffs are complete, and I'm looking forward to seeing who wins it out.
Yeah, playoffs are looking stacked. It's been great to be back here with the Hellcase Cup 9. The last Hellcase Cup before this, Trav, was back in 2020. So it's been a long time. And you know what? They're not just coming back with one event. I've heard a little birdie say that there might be some more you guys can look forward to after this as well. So, yeah, Hellcase are here to stay with their Hellcup. And I can't wait to get into the playoffs, Trav.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you say, I mean, the last one being in 2020, that was a very different era. And as we know, for many people, 2020 purely did not exist in our lifetime. So, yeah, it's crazy how time flies. But, yeah, it's going to be a pleasure to see how those playoffs turn up. But for now, there's only one game for us today as we had to finish off that final group. And we've found the result. So it's time for us to say goodbye. See you guys very soon. And have a good evening.
can't see you drown. I can't see you drown. Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the cage you keep me in, but the walls keep closing in. And I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right. Why do I want you when you're bad for me? My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. My perfect storm, my beautiful catastrophe. It's a toxic addiction. You're a guilty affliction. Yeah. I can't